Hey, what's up? Clay here with Clay Jarvis Guitar. Welcome to my beginner guitar series. In this first video, I'm going to be talking about posture, hand position and placement, how to hold the pick, and some picking exercises that will help you out. Coming up. So number one, let's talk about posture. I've got an acoustic guitar here, and so basically I've got it resting on my right leg there. There's different ways you could hold the guitar, like this. That's one way. But we're just going to talk about holding the guitar kind of like this right here. And if you'll notice, the guitar is kind of balanced for the most part, kind of in my lap or on my leg or whatever. What you don't want to do is be in a weird, uncomfortable position like laying like this right here, leaning back like this right here. This is no good right here. Slouching forward like this right here, over to the side. I mean, anything that just feels kind of like weird. It's maybe hard on your back, things of that nature. I mean, obviously I'm trying to keep my back straight, and I'm trying to just maintain a good balance and just comfort level, if you will. So your right hand or your right arm should be coming over the guitar, kind of like this right here, to where this part of your arm and everything with your hand and wrist and all is just kind of free. I can kind of let my left hand go and I can just kind of be comfortable, with this movement right here, whether I'm just doing just wrist only or if I'm doing a little bit of my arm moving or whatever. So we're going to talk about holding the pick, and what I'm going to do is do an illustration for you. These days, like on social media and all that stuff, we've got the thumbs up, like, hey, that's cool, or yeah, no problem, or whatever. Well, back in the day, we used this right here for just okay. So how you doing? Doing okay. Everything great? Yeah, everything's A-okay, no problem. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this sign right here, or this position with your right hand, and notice what's going on with my thumb and my index finger right there. So I'm just going just like this right here. Hey, how's it going? A-okay, everything's cool. And then if I turn my hand like that, what I want to do is take and put that pick right there, slide it right in, and if you notice, the tip of the pick is lined up right with my index finger. So what's cool about that is I'm in position already here. I slide the pick in place. Now I don't want the pick to where I'm just barely holding it and there's this much pick, because there's no way that's going to work. It's just going to catch between the strings and it's just going to be awkward. So I want to have about this much of the pick to work with. And now all I do is just go back to my regular position. I'm all balanced and comfortable. Now the pick is actually lined up with the strings. And whenever I pick down, I'm picking down at a little bit of an angle. If you can see this right here, I'm picking down at a little bit of an angle. And I'm just picking down strokes now, but if I was to pick up strokes, I would come up just a little bit with that angle right there. So down looks like that, up looks like that. So again, you can see I've just got that much of the pick. I could even have a little bit less, but that's a pretty good amount of pick to work with right there. And so I'm just trying to make it really nice and comfortable. Trying to make everything just feel nice and comfortable, where I can just be real smooth with picking notes or strumming the guitar or whatever with my right hand. Now, if you notice with my left hand, we're going to talk about the left hand right now. And what I was doing just now is basically muting all the strings by not really pressing down on a string enough to get a note. but instead just barely putting my fingers over all 6 strings just to get kind of that muffled sound right there. Now this is a really good exercise for your right hand, because now you're not worried about trying to pick notes or whatever, pick chords or whatever. You're just basically just working your right hand. So you can work with picking. You know, you can do downstrokes, pick 1 string at a time. Like I'm gonna start with this top string right there. I'm just gonna pick just it. And if you notice, I'm just picking it. I'm not moving my whole arm to pick it. I'm not doing anything weird like this right here. I'm staying in position and just making it comfortable. And it's pretty much just kind of my thumb and my index finger kind of working together, but at the same time there's a little bit of a wrist movement there. So if you notice, there's just a little bit of a wrist movement. I'm picking 1 string at a time, picking the 4th string right there, 3rd string from the top. So that kind of works on the right hand. And again, you can just play with just kind of just practicing, just kind of getting a really good feel to where things just feel smooth, whether you're picking a note or you're plucking all the strings, either way. Now the left hand, again, we talked about muting the strings. That's one thing, but we're going to do an illustration for the left hand. We're going to use this pen. So I want you to think of your left hand as a claw. So I don't know how you want to picture that, like an old, scary movie where the claw comes comes after everybody, or if you want to just, figure it any way you want to figure it. But basically, you're taking your hand, it's like clawing somebody's, back or whatever, and you're in a claw position. Now the pen is going to be kind of an illustration to where I don't want to touch this or grab this pen like this, because that's no good. I can't really play the guitar like that. I mean, I could, but it's kind of awkward. So what I want to do is lightly grab this pen by using this claw and then just clawing down on it. Now I've got the pen right there. I'm holding it lightly. I'm not holding it real stiff. So it's just a real simple position that my hand's in now. And so now what happens is, if I lay this pen down and I keep that same position, then all I've got to do is bring that hand position right there to the guitar. And now all of a sudden I'm right in perfect position. My thumb is behind the neck just a little bit. And the key to the fingers is they have to be bent. That's why the claw is necessary, because those fingers are bent. Otherwise, you try to play and your fingers are straight, and you're going to have a finger that's trying to play one note, but it's actually, getting in the way of another note at the same time. So I'm trying to play this note here, but that note right there, it's all muffled and it's not working for me. So if I have my finger bent, I can play that note, and then you'll hear that note, whatever that note is, when we start playing chords. So this holds true whether you're playing chords or you're playing notes on the guitar. And again, you can hold the thumb behind the neck to get a little bit more leverage if you need it. Your left hand, when you're first beginning to play guitar, your fingers are not going to be able to stretch and hit all those, frets real easily. It's going to take some time. But the key to the left hand is, again, get it in position to where the fingers are bent. The thumb is behind the neck a little bit. And the other thing about the left hand is you want to keep everything straight. You don't want to come at it with an angle like this right here and be trying to play, a chord or notes. What I want to do is I want to just keep my hand as straight as I can, try to keep in position. And if I'm playing notes, then if I want to switch strings, I didn't move my hand at all. regardless of whether I'm holding the guitar like this or my thumb's behind the neck more. Really doesn't matter. I'm not moving my hand no more than I have to. That's the key to it right there. So hey, if this video has been helpful for you, then be sure and give it a thumbs up so YouTube will show it to more people just like you. Also, let me know in the comments, how long have you been playing guitar? And what part of guitar do you struggle with? So stay tuned for more lessons just like this. Be sure and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the next video.